Hi, this is Richard Eaton, and today we're talking about the general settings of your WordPress blog. If you log into your WordPress dashboard, on the left-hand side you will navigate down to the settings area and click on the General tab for the general settings that we're talking about. The first section here is about the blog title. Now, it's important consideration for your SEO strategy and for the theme you've chosen. The title will appear in the header section of your blog on some themes and identifies to the user what your site is named. Choices of your title could be your website name or your main keyword phrase for your blog. Next, we have the tagline. The tagline is another consideration for your SEO strategy. The tagline will appear in the header section of your blog on some themes underneath your blog title. Choices of your tagline could be your website mission statement, the site motto, or your main keyword or phrase for your blog. The WordPress address URL. This is usually your website's address unless you have a preference to install your WordPress files in a different directory than your root. Some people want to keep the root uncluttered of the WordPress files for organization purposes, or to place static HTML files only in the root. And there's more detailed instruction about this in another part of our course about where you can install WordPress. The blog address, if you want your blog homepage to be different from the directory that you installed it on, you would say what your blog address is here. That would be so that you could have an entry page into your blog that is different than your home page that is actually installed where your blog is installed. Here, of course, is your email address. This is for admin purposes and things like new user notification. If you have subscription capability on your blog, then when a notice is sent to a new subscriber, this is the address that is indicated that it will come from. So this is what address you would put here. Membership checkbox is if you're going to use membership on your blog and allow only people who are registered to do things like leave comments or post backlinks, that sort of thing, then you want to check that off and allow anyone to register. And then you want to look at the new user role. When someone signs up or registers, what role will they be given? Now, there's a lot more about membership that we'll talk about, but this is kind of the basic membership model that comes with your WordPress, free WordPress installation. The next course is your time zone. This is something that you may want to set so that people will know what part of the country that these posts, when we're talking about the time and the indication of the posts that are made, you might want to pick the one that's appropriate for where your blog or where you're located. And here they're usually listed by city. In my case, I'm on the East Coast, so it's New York for this blog. And then you can choose what date format. If you're in Europe and you want to do the European format for date, then you can choose that or whatever. And you can also set a custom format. More details on the custom format can be found on WordPress.org if you do a search for date format custom, and then they will give you some information on how to set your custom date format here. Of course, here's the link right here. I say go search for it, and here's the link. So then also same thing for the time format, and then you can pick what starts a week. Is it Monday or is it Sunday that you want to identify as the beginning of the week? I like to choose Sunday because in my mind the calendar goes from Sunday to Sunday, but that's just my preference. And then once you've done all of these changes, be sure and click the Save Changes button so they will be applied. If you navigate away from the page without clicking that Save Changes button, then your changes won't be saved, and you'll have to do it all over again. So anyway, that's the tutorial on changing the general settings for your WordPress installation, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening.